Okay, the last video I tried to use my little GoPro knockoff again over there on the lathe. The sound is terrible, and if I want to mount it where I'm mounting it, I'll have to get an external mic or do something different. Anyway, so I am going to use my 35 millimeter, I don't know if they call it a 35 millimeter anymore, but that's what it looks like. It looks like a 35 millimeter. And it's a Canon Rebel SL3 is what I'm using right now. A Canon SL3, and I don't know why it shuts off on me every now and then in the middle of videoing, but anyway, that's beside the point. What we're going to make today is, or what I'm going to try to make, is the little clevis. That holds the mount for the blade, rotor blade, tail rotor blade. So anyway, the piece that I had the other day, that I cut the pieces out for the, what was it? Yeah, it was the rotor mount, main rotor mount. So now I cut two ends off because we're going to use those. Same piece. I'm going to switch to this 1/2 inch end mill. It's one of the end mills that I've sharpened. I think I've sharpened that one a couple times already. We'll put that in there. Hopefully it's still okay. It looks okay. And these are milled parallel, the two big faces, so we'll just load on those. And actually, yeah, we'll load on those. We'll just load like that. So we'll get the burrs off of it. So they sit halfway kind of straight, like that. And I'll use this narrow parallel. Yeah. And that one's shorter yet. We'll use that narrow one. And I don't think we need two parallels. I just need one. And let's see, I gotta measure that. I want to make sure I mill the right way here now. One way it's supposed to be 850 and the other 800. So this will be the short side here, 800. And this will be the long side. So we're going to mill the 800 side. So go like that. 850. Now these, both of these are about 850. I might have to go back and cut another piece. Yeah, it's not going to clean up there. That way might clean up. 850. Let's mill the 850 first. And we'll see if I have to get a new piece for that. So we'll go this way. And we want to put it along this way now. I could just go cut another piece, but this way. I'll just barely clean that up. If I make it. So we'll come down on that one. Right off. So let's zoom in here. And here we go. And that is 850 way is to the radius. So it should be good. We're at 840. So we're about 10 thou under. That means there'll be a flat on this radius, unless I bring everything back 10 thou. I could do that. So that would mean bringing this down. Nope, I'm going to go cut a couple more pieces out of this. I'm not going to mess around trying to juggle my dimensions around. So I will be back after I cut a couple more pieces. I'll cut them a little longer this time. Be back. Okay. That didn't take very long. So now we're going to cut to 800 first. Let's stick these in here. We'll run along there and clean the first side up. First side. Give it a little bit of a deburr. Put it back in there. Take this one out, give it a little deburr. This must be 2024 aluminum. Doesn't feel like it's very hard. Alright, let's measure that. Where we're at, I think it was like 840. Yep, 840. So we got 40 thou. Actually, 50, we want 790. Take 50 thou off of those. And zero my dial out here. 50. Oh no, my eyes are playing tricks on me. I was thinking the cutter was going to run into the vice jaw. No, we're at 800. 790 should be. Check it out, make sure. Looks good. What happened here? This one moved on me. Or I had a big chip underneath. I'm not having any luck. I got a piece right here to make up for it though. Dang it. This side is already milled here, so should be able to just go across it where it's set. Ever have one of those days? Yep, having one right now. Alright, so we'll put that in the middle. Should be able to cut it right there. With another lock. A little bit of noise. But be careful when you do that, when you're climb cutting across like that. But that's actually the best way of doing it because your cutters don't put as much pressure on your, and your tools will last longer, especially in steel, as long as you don't as long as you don't take too much less than a half the diameter of the cutter. Because if you take like 15 thou cut on steel and you do that, and you better be riding the brake on your mill, because you'll want to bam, bam, bam. It'll suck the backlash out and jump on you and bust your cutter. It'll try to feed itself through is what it's going to do. But if you got more than half of it, the diameter, then it won't do that. Right. So now we need to set up a stop. You can come off the end and mill the sides here. So we'll take a different parallel here. Two of them. And we're going to set up a stop over here. Take the short one here. Stick it in there, stick it out a little ways. Just stand this one up over here. I want to get a light stop. Stick that on there. Tighten it up. Come on. All right. Feels kind of funny. Got a burr, big burr on it, that's why. Should be better now. Oh. Okay. That's better. Parallel was tipped over on the back side. And now when you're, if I had a whole bunch of these to do, I would take, I have some here somewhere. Not sure where I laid it. A piece of strapping, and bend it and like that, and so it'll act like a spring and hold your clamps. But since I'm not working on a whole bunch, and my setups keep changing, I just don't do that. All right, we're just going to come up and touch and take a skim cut on that. A light cut. See, now in aluminum you can get away with it. You can get away with it in steel too, as long as you're careful. But if you crank it in there like a madman, you're going to be in for a surprise. All right. So that's at 9:30, and we want 8:50. So we'll cut the other one. Now we got to take it easy. I don't have the primary angle quite right on that end, no. I guess it's my eyes are playing tricks on me. All right, we're just going to flip it, and then we're going to crank it over and take a light cut, and then see where we're at. We want 950 is what we want. Okay. We are at... No, we don't. We don't want 950. We want 850. And we are at 930, so 80 thou to come off of there. Show my readout. And on there. Am I gonna have room? 80 thou. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Plenty of room. Definitely primary angle isn't quite right. Why it's doing that. Okay. Put that one over here, put this one over there. See how it's picking up stuff on that touch, like a touching a little bit. And primary must not be quite right. It's not enough, it's too shallow. Should be about 7 degrees, 5 to 7, I think, something like that. I'm not sure. I'm just trying to remember, but I could look real quick. Let's see. It's in this let's just see where he sets it up and grinds. The first time I think he tells you the angle. The end angle is about 2 degrees. That I knew. $5. And I always thought that it was like 5 to 7 degrees, something like that. Then the secondary is more. So anyway, getting sidetracked here. So what do we want to do next? What do we want to do next in this part? So probably mill the middle of it out. You know, through the center of it. It's supposed to be about 100 thou that we can hang on to. What is this parallel? It's way more than 100. Yeah, it's 280. So and what is this one? That one is 150. It's going to be one of those where I got to figure out how to hold on to that. I'm wondering if I can set these two down. Or no, that one up there and this one here. And then this one here. Oh, here. Great. I could get my soft jaws down too. That's probably what I should do. And then that way it sits on there and grips it by 100. Oh, this is probably too much. I only have one under there. I may just take and get my soft jaws. Oh, you know what? You dummy. Why don't I just clamp them this way? Make a hell of a lot more sense. Okay. You can hit me now. I wasn't thinking. Ah, yeah, big dummy. Sometimes you overthink it, you know. Think, oh, I gotta do this and gotta do that. You don't have to do that. Alright. So So the slot goes through here. I should like them these so that I don't mess them up again. Yeah. Some days. Right. Dicum actually dries pretty quick if you just blow on it a little bit. Stinks though. MEK smells almost like MEK. Ethyl ketone. They're 88th wall. 88 is left on the walls of these, so we'll scribe that out. Across the top. No, you're not even looking at me. Sorry about that. It's 88 wall thickness, so I scribed a line around 88 thou in. Do it on this one. I'm wondering if I shouldn't drill a hole through there first. And then the bottom is well, it's 625 down from the top. So 625. Right to there. 625. I would drill a hole through there first, but if they do this number, then you're kind of shit out of luck anyway, and they won't be in line. So I think it's best for me to mill that center out first, and that way if they do tweak a little bit, it won't hurt anything if they tweak, if they move. That just means that the shim stock that I put in to shim the bevel gear into the other bevel gear will be a little more. It's not no big deal. As long as the bearings though are in line going through there, or pretty close to being in line. Otherwise the shaft won't run. Alright, so we'll put this in here like that, and like that. And I'm going to get a smaller end mill, get a 3/8 end mill. Get a 3/8 end mill to go through there. And just cut it out to the scribe lines. Yeah, see this angle. Yeah, I can see it's too shallow of an angle. That's okay. It still cuts. It cuts all right. It's just that it leaves kind of a not a great finish. What do I got here? Oop. We got a 3/8 2 flute, or 3 flute. That's what I'm going to use. A 3 fluter. And these are pretty easy to sharpen too. There's 3 fluters. 2 fluters are really easy. All right. I'm going to touch off on here. Lock that. Get a piece of paper. You know it's got to go 625. Crank it up so it pairs the paper. Now, zero off. The 625, yeah, I'm gonna go 100. And then we'll go another 100 and come back. Forgot where I'm at. Am I close to 6? See the sky line in there. This must be it here. 6:25. Now, crank it out. Alright, let's see where we're at. Let's see where we're at here. We are at 132. So we'll 0. I know. Let's just zero it here. Not zero. Let's just go minus 132 and then crank it to 8. And just go to the 88. That's good. I want to climb cut across so I can pull them into it. And it's snow might have a chance coming off the end. 88.